And so what we talked about today is, first of all, the bottlenecks that every business has that slow you down, that cost a lot of time and money, the ability of automation, intelligent automation, and no-code tools to help you get much faster, higher quality content with much less human intervention. And then we did a couple of different examples of turning articles into social posts and blog posts to show how this can work in a marketing context. Peter, presenting this to this group, what is a aha that you would share with the group about, what did this kind of bring to mind for you?
I think this is what you're asking me. I mean, I think it's sort of what I really would encourage anybody to do is get an account to make, follow its onboarding process, and get to where you can search for all of the things that Make will connect to, because you will have an aha moment when you'll be like, I can connect to my HubSpot and I can get this data. Wow, what if I can get that data, and then maybe I can, connect it with ChatGPT to provide me a summary of my meeting notes so that I don't have to do that every time. So I don't know. I think that's sort of what you're asking for. And my aha moment was when I did go through that and started to look at all of the thousands of different things that Make can connect to. That's where my ideas come from. It's just simply saying, well, what if I had this and this, and ChatGPT in the middle to ask this or that to this, and then you put the pieces together and it works very well.
Yeah, absolutely. By the way, guys, I put out a quick survey as we wrap up. Please let us know how we did today. I did see that there was a request for a private session with Peter. Peter, if you in the chat could just put your email address so that people can reach out to you if they'd like to book some time with you, or a Calendly link if they want to schedule some time with you. That Peter does this for a living, but really appreciate you kind of showing us some of the work, and so you can follow up with him directly on that. For me, the aha is, this is basically taking automations to the next level. I immediately can think of really exciting applications for this in my own business. SEO is, particularly the creation of content, can be a really tedious and time-consuming task. And wow, this can immediately, same thing with posting on social media. And I can see how this could immediately allow my team to do more with less. And so we're definitely going to explore how we can leverage this for some of the real bread and butter of marketing around social media, and SEO blog content. I'm also going to be thinking about how this could potentially be leveraged for newsletters, helping build email newsletters. And then there's just a million opportunities for how this can be used in kind of more operational parts of the business that may not actually be directly marketing and sales related. But I really asked Peter to focus on the marketing and sales use cases, and really excited to explore this. As a quick parting thought, I had heard a quote recently that, a smart kid with AI tools, automation, and an offshore team can build $100 million business with no full-time employees in a matter of, and compete with much bigger and better resourced companies. And I think that's one of the opportunities and the challenges, is that, especially this younger generation that are more tech savvy, are going to become really good at leveraging these tools and competing with you in a really efficient way. And I bring this up in part to tell you that that's the opportunity that we have working with amazing folks like Peter to make our companies more efficient, but also that's the challenge that you all need to be worried about. which is a lot of businesses are going to need to compete against that smart young person who's building a company with very light US-based human labor. And so we need to start leveraging offshore talent. We need to start leveraging no-code intelligent automation in order for us to really stay competitive. And I really believe we're right now in a 3 to 5 year transition period where these tools are going from the cutting edge to common practice. And the studies have shown that the better resourced companies, the larger companies, are moving there faster. And so the efficiency and competitiveness of small businesses is really at risk. And so the AI train is rolling out of the station, and either you jump aboard or you may get run over. And that's really what these master classes in today's session is about. And so, Peter, thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. And if there's any information I can provide as a supplement, don't hesitate to ask. I listed all the questions. I see that there may be some I didn't answer. I'll send them back to you, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and, you can feel free now to go ahead and answer some of the questions if folks want to stick around for a few extra minutes.
Sure. I don't know if you wanted me to be able to take screen, but somebody had asked a question for me from Mary Dominguez to repeat some of the prompts that I fed to AI, and if a specific prompt they had in mind that they would want me to repeat.
Yeah, go ahead. This is your time, and folks typically will stay a little longer for it. So, we'll share a recording of this on Monday in a recap email that we're going to send. And so you guys can keep an eye out for that.
So in the chat, I put, just so you guys know, in the Zoom chat, I put the link to what I use, what creates an RSS feed, and you can just change the ending to what you need it to be for your purposes. I also put the link to my Calendly. And right now, I'm going to copy and paste the prompt that I used for the RSS, where I told it to read this article, act as a what do you call it? An AI news reporter, summarize the article into power statements, blah 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 blah. That I'm going to give you that right now, so you can kind of see that. I think it's pretty slick, especially with 4.0 right now, and it just understanding what I really wanted to do, where it goes out and just doesn't read what I fed it exactly every time. It'll kind of understand those concepts and say, okay, Peter is a digital marketer. He's really trying to use this as a blog to kind of, relate to the two. It's not allowing me to paste this. I wonder how else I could do this. Is there an email link that I can, or send the prompt to for you to forward it to people, Dan?
Sure. Well, why don't we include it in the summary email that we're going to be sending out on Monday?
Okay, yeah, perfect. I'll include the prompts for all of the ones that I've used, which are, very simple. Read this article, create 6 power statements. Instead of using bullet points, use emojis.
That would be perfect. Everybody who's registered here will be getting a summary of key, so you can include the prompts in there.
Got it. And somebody said the link doesn't work for the RSS, but maybe they just need to copy it. You shouldn't don't click the link, because I can see that the ending of it is not don't click that link, because it's only hyperlinking the first part of it. It needs the full string, and if you do copy that and paste it, you're going to see an RSS feed pop up of things that related to digital marketing and ChatGPT and ChatGPT 4.0 as a combination search string in Google News. And if you read through the RSS, you can see the articles that have come back. I will send the prompts, private session, certainly. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else that I didn't think. The one thing that I could say, here's a good point I want to leave you guys with. don't do this. Don't ask ChatGPT to write you an article on such and such topic. This is if you're going to do it manually, not in a scalable mode, but manually. Never ask ChatGPT to write you an article or write me a blog on this topic using these keywords or whatever. I think a better way to do that is to turn on your microphone and, excuse me for saying it, have diarrhea of the mouth and just speak in whatever gibberish, what copy or content you're looking to write. I'm writing an article about this. I want to make sure that I relay this example, number one example. I want you to just feel free to talk about what it is you want to write an article about. Then take that audio or transcribe that audio and then take the transcription, but take the audio and ask ChatGPT to make this sound clearer, better, more professional as an article or as in a blog post or as a landing page. ChatGPT, especially with 4.0 right now, is going to be smart enough to understand the concepts of what you're talking about, reach deep into its brain, its list of information, and it'll write the article, and it'll pick up on your, how you bridge topics together and how you actually deliver information. So that is a better way and easier and less of a, I think it's easier for me to do it that way. And I get excellent results out of that, rather than simply prompting it by asking it to act as a writer or reporter to do this, that, or the other, because you're going to get things that are written for, there's going to be some programming it's not going to be all human deciphered that way. I think the results are going to be more standardized than human. And then lastly, you can always do the first way, write me a topic about this, act as this, blah, 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 write the article. And then there are other blog prompts out there that you can search for. I don't know of any top of my head, but I know I've seen them that says this prompt will read your article and act as a human and rewrite it. That's the second part of what you can do. I like the first way better because I think it really gives the AI the ability to know who you are and write that article like you and sounds more like you. You can also feed it old articles you have written and then say, write me a new article with this, and topic. But anyway, that's just some ideas.
Perfect. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Next Tuesday is our final masterclass for at least a little while. It's going to be a AI-powered marketing showcase. Definitely recommend it. Just a quick note, it's at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday, not our typical day and time, but it's the graduation for a course that we've been running that a number of you are participants in. So we'll see you next Tuesday. Thanks again, Peter, and keep an eye out for the Monday email with the recording and the takeaways.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right, thanks, everyone.